Pass through, it's all about the gospel. So tell me what one from campus. Youths are going on from campus. Come on, tell me what one. Campus connection, take a data one down. Hey, I walk one from campus. And we are carry lot from campus. Come on, tell me what one. I walk one now. Hey, walk one, everybody want more.
All right, all right, all right. Happy Child's month to all the children out there, all the campus sites. It's another week, it's another episode right here inside of Campus Connection. I'm Anesta Samuels and I'm privileged to be here with you once again. It is another Tuesday evening and we go all the way up until 6:30 p.m. right here on the family station Love 101. And of course, as always, I have my co-host here with me. Hi,
Hey,
co-host.
hey, hey. I am Jonathan Fletcher, and as my co-host said, we go up until 6:30 p.m. here inside Campus Connection. We are currently live on Facebook and on YouTube. That's at Love 101 FM Jamaica. That's at
Mhm.
Love 101 FM Jamaica. It's a brand new month, and as my co-host said, it's Child's Month. So we're celebrating children all month long. So big up
Woo!
all the children out there who are currently listening or watching us here inside Campus Connection. And this year's theme is Listen Up. Children's voice matter. So let's go ahead and listen up to what we have lined up for today's show.
So, on today's show, Jonathan, we have our education news and bulletin, and it's brought to us by our student partner for the month of May, who I'm excited to meet for this month.
Yes, yes, yes. And of course, it's the first Tuesday. So it's the week 4 creative block where we will highlight a millennial who is a creative. And our creative for today is Kirk Campbell, content creator and graphic designer. Kirk is first recognized he first recognized his gene of creativity at the age of 12 when he would consistently create drawings that far exceeded the average skill set for children his age. So
Mhm.
today we're going to find out why he decided to hone his skills into something even better.
All right, all right, all
And
right.
then, let's talk about it segment. We open the phone lines for you. Yes, you, because it's our pre-Teachers Day celebration. So you get a chance to call or text us to send a shout out to your favorite teacher. You can send us your feedback via our WhatsApp line at 876-997-3125 or call us via the studio lines at 876-968-8327 or 968-8328. Or you can, of course, join us on Facebook or YouTube, and that, of course, is at Love 101 FM Jamaica. And our feedback question for today is, who is your favorite teacher?
Ah!
So, co-host, let me ask you, who is your favorite teacher? Do you have a favorite teacher from high
I
school or
mean,
from
I had
university?
so many, back in the day when I was at the Merle Grove High School.
All right, it seems as if we're having a bit of technical difficulties with my co-host. But in the meantime, let me tell you guys about my favorite teacher from Arden. You can see the tie in. Hold on. Yeah, nice. The tie in the background. My favorite teacher. Who is my favorite teacher? My favorite teacher would have to be my music teacher. That's Dwayne Morris. He played a very vital role in the young man that I am today. And so, Dwayne, if you're listening to this, big up yourself. I tell you all the time that you have played a vital role in the person I am today. And I'm really grateful that you would have been able to influence my life in the way that you would have been able to do. So, co-host, you're back.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, man. So you were talking about your favorite teacher.
Yeah, Jonathan. Honestly, I had so many favorites. I think one of my favorites was Mrs. Stephanie Darby. She passed on, I believe it was a few years ago. I'm not sure exactly what year, but
Wow.
she was my English language and literature teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for people who know me, they know I'm big on literature. I love a good book. I love poetry. I love spoken word, and she had a lot to do with that. Her the way she taught, the way she explained those principles. I mean, it just gave me this lifelong passion for literature. So definitely, she was one of my favorites. What about you, though?
So I was telling the listeners and the viewers about my music teacher actually,
Okay.
Mr. Dwayne Morris. He
Mm-hmm.
played a very he didn't the thing is he didn't necessarily teach me as in a formal classroom setting,
Mm-hmm.
but because as a part of the music club, we would have interacted with him a lot and he would have, passed on very important life lessons.
Right.
I was even talking to him today just to show
Okay.
you just to show you
Keep
how
the link.
yeah man of a good relationship we have fostered over the years. So I just want to really encourage even teachers out there who are in the classroom. Fun fact, today I went to a primary school
Mm-hmm.
and I was talking to a teacher. Well, it's not really a fun fact, but I was talking to a teacher and I was asking her
Mm-hmm.
how how she deal with all of this,
Right.
and
Yeah.
she literally looked at me and she said, "Listen, I just took 2 Advils."
Oh my lord,
And I was
no.
like, wow. So she's like,
Oh.
she was having a splitting headache.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I always wonder how you deal with, so many different personalities and
Right.
so many little
In one
voices,
space.
talking all at once in one little space, as he said it. It must
It
be,
take a special grace. It take a
trust
special grace.
me, and anybody can be teacher. So big up all the teachers out there. We really do appreciate you, and we really do appreciate what you do.
Yes, yes. What about at university though, Jonathan? Did you have any favorites
Wow,
there?
wow, no, that's a strong
Lecturers.
no. That's a strong
That's
no.
a
A joke,
strong.
a joke, a joke.
Listen, big
Um,
up Mr. Andrew Smith from UTech. He was my photography teacher. He
mhm,
taught me the basics of just, cameras, lighting, just the basics, everything you need to know to work, operate a camera. And
mhm.
he inspired that passion to even go further and take it further. Also, Mr. Raymond Edwards from U is two of them because, two school, two university me did go. So what about
Right,
you?
like that. I would have to say Mr. McFarlane. He
Okay.
was my retail marketing lecturer,
Okay,
and
that sounds
yeah,
fancy.
man, he didn't just come and teach textbook. It was real life examples, and I was really able to, dive into the whole aspect of retail marketing and what it entails just by how he decided to relay the information to us. So
Hmm.
big up Mr. McFarlane. Anyway,
Big
then
up and big up to
you
all the
big
teachers.
up, big up, big up, big up, big up.
All right. And guess what, guys? We have our hashtag trending segment coming up for you inside of today's show. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that.
That's right, that's right. And it's now time for education news and bulletin. We have a brand new student partner with us, and she'll be joining us today for the month of May. Her name is Nastasia Ellis, second year student at UA, majoring in Spanish and minoring in integrated marketing communications. Welcome to Campus Connection, Nastasia. It's good to have you here with us. You may go right ahead and share the news with us today. All right. Okay, so I guess, okay.
As well as the well anticipated Mother's Day that I'm sure we all look forward to on an annual basis. Celebrate the lovely gifts in our lives that were blessed to come out from mothers. Now, on to the latest news. It has been reported that educators are struggling to get students interested in exams.
Principal Agent Sinclair of Alston High School in Clarendon has expressed concern over students' apathy at the institution as external exams begin. Educators at three Clarendon High Schools say it has been a struggle firing up students having returned to the classroom, with many fifth formers showing no interest in taking their external exams, especially with the delays of the Caribbean Examination Council. Now, the Minister of Education and Youth remains committed to encouraging and promoting healthy nutrition and regular exercise among students to minimize the incidence of obesity. This assurance comes from Portfolio Minister Honorable Favor Williams, who notes research indicating the prevalence of obesity among individuals, particularly youngsters. Speaking during activities Speaking during activities marking National School Move Day at Ferncourt High in St. Anne on April 29, Mrs. Williams said data from a 2017 Global School Health Survey showed that 65% of children 13 to 17 years were overweight, while 26% were considered obese. Mrs. Williams said healthy lifestyle habits, such as being physically active and eating well, have proven to yield long-term dividends, adding that good nutrition is one of the cornerstones for enhancing learning. She noted that over the years, the Ministries of Education and Health and Wellness have partnered to develop policies and public education programs tailored to provide more nutritious options for youngsters from the early childhood to high school levels. Jamaican high school students this past weekend wrapped up another successful 10 relay trip to Franklin Field in Pennsylvania, bringing glory not only to themselves and their individual schools, but significantly enough the island Jamaica. Their participation once again underlined the athletic brilliance of our secondary school athletic program, which serves as the feeding station for Jamaica's decades-long dominance in global track athletics and a source of considerable joy for Jamaicans at home and abroad. The crucible of that success has been the annual high school championship, now known colloquially as champs. From the champions, Bertha champs, these high schools build their teams to the annual 10 relays, the oldest track and field competition in the United States of America, and has been on offer since April 21, 1895. Now, Education News and Bulletin would like to extend condolences to the family of former St. James High School student, 20-year-old Christy Chidi McBean, who was found dead with a single stab wound to the chest at her home in Hurlock, St. James on Monday morning. Her 6-month-old daughter, who was found in a crib, was unhurt and has since been given a clean bill of health by doctors at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. It is theorized that the infant had not eaten since last Saturday when her mom was believed to be left for dead by her attackers in her home at Lovers Lane in Hurlock. And that's the news we have for you today inside Campus Connection. Be sure to tune in next week for more news updates. I am Nastasia Ellis.
All right. Thank you so much, Nastasia. You've just heard our education news and bulletin segment brought to you by our student partner for the month of May. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
All right, and we are. Hold on, let me just read some comments real quick. I'm seeing here, Lash Will is saying my favorite teacher. She'd have to say Miss Bernard taught her Spanish in high school. Okay,
It's
cool.
funny. You know, I had a Miss Bernard Spanish teacher too at Merle Grove. Wow.
Senorita Bernard. All right.
Senorita Bernard.
Kimani Williams, big up yourself. Daniel Fletcher, my sister, big up yourself. Favorite teacher was also Spanish teacher, Senorita Castle from St. Jago High School. Nessa, now you see the rival that I have with Jago. Marvin Murphy, big up yourself. Eunice Anderson.
Daniel Fletcher says her favorite teacher was also Spanish, Senorita Castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Big up yourselves. Everybody tuning in on our social media platforms. We are very happy that you are here with us.
Yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. Have you ever seen a piece of art and thought to yourself, I could do that? Well, maybe you have the skills, but what about the vision and the creativity? The I could do that thing always strikes a nerve because, well, you did not do it.
Somebody else did, though. They had an idea, they executed it the way they wanted to. They had the skills they needed to construct or fabricate something that has worth. And there's nothing wrong with that. And guess what? There's not even anything wrong with making a living doing that. So, guess what, guys? It's time for a creative block. This is a segment where we feature our creatives. And today we have with us Kirk Campbell. He's a content creator, graphic designer. We want to welcome Kirky to Creative Block today.
Kirk, just unmute your mic.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
All right. Big up yourself. All right. So, what
Yes.
do we need to know about Kirk? During the day, Kirk is a data analyst at NICE Global Limited, where he has been employed for 8 years. He's also a content creator, musician, and husband. Kirk prides himself in being an active member of the Seventh day Adventist Church. Kirk first recognized his creative gene, as I said earlier, at the age of 12 when he would consistently create drawings that would far exceed the average skill set of the children his age.
Okay. And then, of course, he decided to hone his skill into something greater. So he realized that he could positively impact those around him, generate a source of income while doing that, and going digital. He launched his first graphic design business in 2020 during COVID. Wow. Through which he carries his brand K Creative Advertising. So today we're going to find out how he remains consistent as a creative and share about his discipleship digital page at SDA Corner and what it is about. So first things first, Kirk, can you tell us if you are a self-taught designer or if you went to school for it?
What I learned, well, earlier, I think in 2018 or so, I learned how to use the basic functions of Photoshop, but everything else was YouTube, and I have friends who are really good at it, so I get some help from them as well.
Okay, okay.
All right. And so what we really want to know, you are a full-time data analyst, right? Plus you're running a whole creative business, plus you have your personal life, plus you have your ministry page, SDA Corner. How do you balance all of that?
Um, um, Time management, I guess. After a while, you kind of have to just manage your time. Like if you like something, you just find the time to do it and to do it well.
Okay. So Kirk, can you tell us about K Creative Advertising? What's that all about? What services do you offer? What even are some of the things you've been able to do thus far? And also about SDA Corner.
All right. So the aim of creative ads or creative advertising is to help promote small businesses. Um,
Okay.
I do flyers, logos, and video ads. So if you want to do that, you can just send me a DM or call, and I'll send you the details, and we work from there. For SDA Corner, um, the whole idea of SDA Corner was to create a community where especially young persons can learn about God, because I've heard of instances where young persons are in the church and they don't know anything, and they are afraid to ask questions. And when they do ask questions, they are given satisfactory answers. So the whole purpose of
Mhm.
SDA Corner is to create a community where everybody can learn, share the points, and yeah, learn.
So with all of that, and with different things that you have on your plate, great responsibility concerning the different aspects of your life. Have you ever found yourself to be demotivated? Have you ever found yourself to what as this segment is called, having a creative block, in the sense where you can't move past, that type of low energy?
Several times. I actually experienced that last week. Um, my wife and I were making a big decision, and because of the whole process, I didn't get a chance to create anything for NCA Corner for a whole entire week. So I'm actually reaping the benefits or the sunflower phase of not being able to create. But whenever I'm stressed out, I cannot design anything. It's impossible. And if I try to force it, it's going to come out in my work. So it's just stop.
Okay. What role would you say your wife or anyone else in your circle plays in you ensuring that you just go on in who you are, in what you do?
My wife. She first gave me the push to start my own ministry. And then my best friend, Michael Showers, big influence in graphic designing. And my friend Jessica Johnson, she's a big help in SDA Corner. And all three persons have helped me to push, especially when I feel I don't have the skills to do something, or when I second guess myself. They push me to do better.
Okay. So sorry to cut you there, Kirk, but we're just gonna jump to a quick break, everyone, and then we will be right back with more from Mr. Kirk Campbell, our special guest inside of the Creative Block.
I walk one from campus, and we are carry lad from campus. Come on, tell me walk one now. I walk one now. Hey.
How can you save? Saving can seem like a dream for many at the best of times. But here are a few ways you can kick off your saving journey. 1. Open a savings account at a regulated financial institution. 2. Develop a budget. 3. Track your spending.
This financial literacy tip was brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, building an inclusive economy. We all want to go higher. BPM Financial is the way to go higher. At BPM, your dreams are possibilities. At BPM Financial, we'll share your hope, help you build, help you save for what life brings you higher in this life.
BPM Financial, taking you higher.
Calling all singers, choir members, and vocal coaches, Destiny Entertainment Agency is inviting you to Soul, a 1-hour online vocal training clinic with world-renowned Elsa Harris at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Elsa was a founding member of the renowned Jessie Dixon Singers when she was just 23.
Register online at destinyentertainment.com. The entire program costs a mere $25. Come, get your voice appraised and learn to sing high like Yolanda Adams and Mariah Carey. Elsa Harris is one of the best. Don't miss Soul to Soul.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price. We see, yeah. I want to go on from campus. Young people are going hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one now. Walk one from campus. And we are carrying hard from campus. Come on, tell me walk one. Campus connection.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, we were speaking with Kirk Campbell, a content creator and digital marketer, digital graphic designer, musician, a bunch of things on his resume, Jonathan.
Yeah,
And
man.
I mean, we do apologize for those who were not able to hear him so clearly. But Jonathan, we were also talking about our favorite teachers, and
Mm-hmm.
of course, it's pre-Teachers Day tomorrow. Tomorrow is Teachers Day, and we have some comments in the chat there. Persons commenting, letting us know. Don't forget, the question is, who was your favorite teacher? And of course, you can't just say the name. You have to tell us why. You have to tell us why.
That's right. That's right. All right. So we're going to jump right back into our conversation with Kirk. We now have him on the phone. So welcome back, Kirk. Kirk, you hearing us?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for sticking and staying with us. So, getting back into the conversation that we were having inside Creative Block here on Campus Connection, how do you handle difficult clients? And I'm sure many of us who are in business, we know how difficult people can be. So, how do you handle difficult clients?
You guys hearing me?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So I've dealt with a couple of difficult clients. Um, One, I breathe first because I always have an answer to give them, which is sometimes it's not the right answer or the appropriate answer. So sometimes I breathe first, and then I take my time to answer them. Sometimes I try to find um, if there's a misunderstanding, we try to work it out. But if it's just where they are really difficult, if I have to make a call where we can't go forward, then that's what I have to do.
Okay. And have you ever had a time where you yourself had a creative block? You just, you were given this project, but no ideas coming, no inspiration. How did you overcome that?
Yeah, that happened to me a couple of weeks ago. Had a really big project, and I
Mm-hmm.
was excited about it, and I was couldn't wait to go home to start the project. I sat down and nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and I got frustrated. Tried several things, and I started over. And I just got up, and as cliche as it might sound, I prayed about it because again, it's something really important to me, not because
Mm-hmm.
of the money that's involved. I actually like doing it, so I prayed about it, and after a while, I got an idea, and it came up really well.
Mm.
All
Cool.
right. So, if we're really looking into this whole essence of creativity, the real question that we would have to ask is, are you always willing to do a project, even if it's just a case where um, you are being underpaid? Does the passion cause you to go above and beyond and say, you know what, I'm going to pull through with this?
There's several things that I take into consideration. If it if it's a project where I haven't I have never done a certain um, aspect of designing, I'd probably take it as a learning opportunity. So I might do it. Um, if again, if the customer is really difficult to handle or to deal with, I probably won't take it because um, uh, I like I don't like to be micromanaged. So if there's a task that you give me, um, sure I'll take your feedback, but allow me to do my work. So I don't like to be micromanaged. So that's one of the reasons. There's a couple of reasons why I wouldn't take a project.
Mm. So, Kirk, can you tell us about an experience you've probably had where persons might turn their hobbies into and you're probably familiar with this. You're turning your hobby into now an earning opportunity. What has that whole experience been like for you so far?
Well, initially, I thought that I was good enough to do it. I second guess myself. There's times when I still do that, but whenever I get a chance to do a project, I take it as a learning opportunity, and it is rewarding that somebody is using my work for your business. That's how I put it, and it makes me feel good. So in some way I'm contributing.
Mm. Wow. So what advice would you give even to those who are seeking to do the same thing? They have this hobby, they have this passion, they have this talent, and they now want to make this into their means of income.
Right? If you like something, spend the time to get better at it. You might not make money the first few times, but spend the time and get better at it. Learn from who you can. Always, always seek to get better at it, and you will get that. If you put in the work, you will see the results.
Amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Kirk, for taking the time out to speak with us here inside Creative Block on Campus Connection. Do you have anybody you would like to big up?
Yeah, sure. First, my wife, Campbell, my best friend Michael Charles, my friend Jessica Johnson, and all the followers of FDA Corner and Creative Life.
Amazing,
All right.
absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Kirk, for taking the time out to speak with us this evening, and all the best in your endeavors, be it ministry or in your business.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So we have our Let's Talk About It segment coming up, where we are going to send us your pre-Teachers Day shout-outs.
I'm excited about these,
I'm very
Jonathan.
excited.
And of course, you can send your shout out via our WhatsApp line at 876-997-3125, or you can call us via studio lines at 876-968-8327 or 968-8328. You can even join us on Facebook or YouTube. Leave your feedback right there in the comment section. I'm seeing already some of you are doing that, and we just want to encourage you to keep doing that, and please send us those messages. All right, we'll be right back after these messages.
Students are strap up in a price. I want to go on campus. Young people are go hard on campus. Come on, tell me what one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one.
Calling all singers, choir members, and vocal coaches, Destiny Entertainment Agency is inviting you to Soul, a 1-hour online vocal training clinic with world-renowned Elsa Harris at 8 p.m. Eastern Time.
Elsa was a founding member of the renowned Jessie Dixon Singers when she was just 23.
Register online at destinyentertainment.com. The entire program costs a mere $25. Come, get your voice appraised and learn to sing high like Yolanda Adams and Mariah Carey. Elsa Harris is one of the best. Don't miss Soul to Soul.
Do you have a heart condition? Your care should be in the hands of our experienced cardiovascular team at Partners Interventional Center of Jamaica. We're one of the leading heart centers for angiogram, stenting, pacemakers, EP studies, and ablation therapy. PICJ has the expertise and latest technology to treat all your heart needs. Call 876-995-7425 or email info@pic-jm.com for appointments. PICJ, your partners for life.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price. I want to go on campus. Young people are go hard on campus. Come on, tell me what one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one. Now, walk on campus. How we are carrying hard on campus. Come on, tell me what one.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone, to Campus Connection. I'm Anesta, and with me is my co host, Jonathan.
Jonathan.
And it's okay, you good? Okay. So it's time for us to get into Let's Talk About It, Jonathan. And this is where we open the phone lines.
And I'm getting
It's about to
intel
get
that
real.
we have some callers ready and waiting to go. And I'm ready. I know you're ready, Anesta. So let's have the callers coming in.
Yeah.
Campus Connection, good evening.
Blessing. Bless. Yeah, man.
What's your name?
Winston.
Winston. All right, Winston, tell us about your favorite teacher.
Yeah?
Tell us about your favorite teacher. Winston? Hello? Okay, seems as if we're having some issues. Okay, we lost that one. Do you have another caller?
Hello.
Campus Connection, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
What's your name?
I'm Claudette, Jonathan. I'm Claudette.
Claudette.
Okay.
All right, can you tell us about your favorite teacher?
It probably don't pick up which Claudette it is, but I'll leave it there.
No, man, I know it's who.
I mean, I have a favorite teacher, but my work field, so I have a whole heap of teacher. No teacher.
Mhm.
That's the same because I have to do. Right?
Okay.
Right?
All right. All right.
Thank you so much.
All the teachers from the Faith Mission Early Childhood Center. That's where my son started. And
Okay.
trust me, he got a great start.
Mm.
So to all the teachers that are still at Faith Mission and those who have left, trust me, they did a great job. If I call any name, I may get in trouble. So I won't call any name. Just to big up all the teachers.
That's right. That's right.
That's
I
right.
have to tell you now, because we have to pick up Fit Mission. Well, in my time, it was nursery and preschool. So you must know, say that was years ago. So big up Fit
And my son
Mission.
has left there years now.
Yes.
And he has moved on to the Ensom City Primary. Big up to your mother, Miss Marie, who did a great job with him at the Ensom City Primary School. And he's now on his way out of the Old Harbor High School.
All right.
So why is there a "the" in front of all of these? Okay.
Because they are, trust me, the school, he got it.
Okay. Okay.
And what was taught to him is because him probably never wanted or never show any interest, but trust me, the work these teachers has put in the work.
So we have to big up the teachers all the time.
Take it out.
Yes. Yes.
They did a great job, and I may want to name one teacher mainly at Old Harbor High School, Mr. Francis, the mechanical engineer teacher. Mr. Francis did a great job. If it takes hours and nights for him to send a message to say homework not in, SBA not in, this not in, that not, he's going to do it. And he's going to go to the last point to ensure that he gets all the work done.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
I must say thumbs up to Mr. Francis from Old Harbor High School. So big up all the teachers from the Beacon and Church of God of Prophecy. Big up yourself. All the teachers who know me, big up yourself. Miss Vasco from St. Mary, Beverly Vasco. Big up yourself.
All right.
All right, Claudette.
All right, Claudette.
Thank you so much. Big up yourself.
All right. Yes,
Listen, big up to all the teachers who know Claudette.
Yeah, man.
Big up all the
Claudette famous, you know.
all the teachers who know Claudette. Talk about those teachers that that helped you out when you already know your assignment late.
Hello.
Yes, you know, you have
Hello.
like you could lose marks easily, but they were just like, no man, give me tomorrow. All
Wait,
right,
listen,
give
I'll
me
take it
next
a
week.
step further. I'll take it a step further. Just remembered I was in an exam at Arden and my phone was on loud and it rang out in the middle of
Ooh,
the exam. Mark you, phones are not allowed at school, right?
okay.
So, yeah. So when that happened, I was like, okay, I'm going to lose my phone. Big up my teacher. I can't call her name because she wasn't supposed
She
to
might
give.
get in trouble.
Yeah, and she still is at Arden. So,
Really, how many years ago? I don't think. I think people will forgive and forget that.
but big up, thank you so much for not
Yes,
taking my
yes.
phone for the rest of the term. I appreciate it.
We have a voice note, Jonathan. We have someone who sent in a voice note. Let's hear that right now.
Hey, pleasant good evening to you. Would love to send Teachers' Day greetings to a few persons at church, Assemblies of the Firstborn, Santa Hill, to Principal Abbott. He's a principal from Sunbury, at Shashernet Dawkins Abbott. She is a teacher at Spalding's Primary School. Sujan R. Scott Mitchell, a teacher at Christina High School. Miss Palmer, Miss Clark, Mrs. Simit, Georgia Simit, and
Hmm.
my teachers from the Christiana High School. All these greetings is coming from Margaret.
All
All right,
right,
Margaret.
Margaret.
Bringing up the whole school, you know.
Yes,
All the
yes.
teachers in the school. All right, let's jump to some comments here.
All right.
Avisha is saying
How you
impactful
go pull
teachers.
Avisha's comment? How you
Why
gonna pull
not?
that one?
This is Norman who taught me about God, and Miss Moore who made me fall in love with literature and creative writing. Can we
Big
talk
up.
about those teachers who go above and beyond?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not sure if Mrs. Norman was a religious education teacher, but the fact that she spent time out teaching Avisha about God, man,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
listen.
I remember, now that we're talking about it, I remember all of those ISEF staff workers that came
Mm-hmm.
in. They weren't just checking up on your schoolwork. They wanted to
Mm-hmm.
know, listen, do you know Jesus?
Yeah.
And that is priceless to be at that stage of your life. You're so impressionable, you're so gullible,
Mm-hmm.
and they're taking the time to influence you with Christ and with the word of God. Big up to every teacher that, like you said, went above and beyond.
Listen, because teachers, really and truly, they're not just educators in the sense where they're following just the curriculum presented to them. Many of them are doctors in the classroom,
Hmm.
counselors. Some of them are mother. You ever mistakenly call your teacher mommy before?
Never.
I'm not saying I
Never.
did that. I am not
You're
saying that
not
I
saying you
did
did
that.
that.
No, no, no.
Not Jonathan calling his teacher
No, no.
mommy.
No, because you have some teachers that really,
I know what you
they,
mean.
they, they, they they care for you in such a way that it
Buy your
feels,
lunch, give your bus fare to
listen,
go
your
home. It's a
maternal
real
son.
thing. You don't have your
It
book,
is
them go
maternal.
in them car and pick out one out of the trunk. Huh?
Trust me. Trust me. There are some
Yes.
teachers that really go above and beyond for their students, and they must be praised. They must, because the thing is, we never ever forget our teachers,
Yes.
right? We may forget some of them, but for the most part, we never ever forget the ones who would have made some amount of impact on our lives. And
Mhm.
so I really want to big up the teachers who are continuing to blaze the trail of excellence. Um, this
Yes.
person said big up all the St. Catherine High teachers, Mr. I'm not sure if it's Humber. Um,
Humber.
played a role in me becoming a teacher myself.
Oh
Okay, cool,
wow.
cool, cool,
Okay.
cool. He taught me that teaching is not just chalk and talk. Not buddy, chalk and talk. You see? Okay,
I've
cool.
heard that before though.
No,
I've
I've never heard it. Chalk and talk, but students enjoying the lesson while learning.
mhm.
Wow, that is
And
true.
I'm seeing a comment here from Danielle Fletcher. She says, Senorita Castle taught me self awareness as a young lady growing up to embrace who we are and love ourselves, regardless of what we would face after high school. So many life lessons. Those teachers who
Listen.
they teach, like how we used to do some when we got to some topics in math class, we were like, what does this have to do with life? Like, why am I learning this? But there were teachers who would take the time to show you even the relevance of your education, why it's important, what you will use it for after school, and they teach you about yourself and how to be aware of yourself. And that's so important. That is so important. So
It's really important.
we have two more voice notes, Jonathan. Let's go to the first one from studio.
Two set of teachers, all the teachers from Abilities Foundation, and one of my favorite teacher, Miss Cook, from the St. Peter Kingsgate Training Center. That teacher would help me to do my practical, and I like to big up all those teachers that are listening and love. Big up, big up on yourself, teacher. It's Vernon from Kingston.
All right.
And I wish them all the best in their endeavor. I am sending big up to all the teachers of Arden High on behalf of my son, George Stewart. And although Miss Tice is no longer at Arden, anywhere she is, I send big up to her. And
Oh my gosh.
Miss Mahaloy. And every teacher at Arden High, the past and the present. I send big up to all of them.
Why?
Listen.
Why?
I wish them all the best in their endeavor and they're to continue doing what that they are doing.
Listen, I promise you that was a plan.
Yeah, sure.
This is not
I know
rigged.
you know the producer in a Jonathan. Anything could happen.
This is not rigged. This is not rigged. I promise you. Listen.
Whatever.
You mentioned Mrs. Tyson a while ago. Big up Mrs. Tyson. Mrs. Esther Tyson. Big up yourself. I wish you all the best. Every good thing that life has to offer you. You were a phenomenal principal. Because even when she decided to step down from principaling,
Principality.
the government actually called her back to sort out some other schools. That's the worth of the woman, That's how amazing she was. Anyway, let me calm down.
Please do. So I'm seeing a comment here from I believe it's our WhatsApp number. Good evening, big up my form teacher, Mrs. McIntosh in Ewaton High School. She always taught us to be kind to others. That's a priceless lesson right there.
That's right.
Lesson.
And you see, the thing is, you're not going to forget those lessons. No matter what, you're not going to forget those lessons. I can just imagine how important it is for teachers to understand that, as the person said, it's not about chalk and talk alone. I mean,
why do I feel like you cannot unlearn that term? You go just walk around chalk and talk.
Next week, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to be like, okay, welcome to Campus Connection, where it's not just about chalk and talk. All right, so I'm here now. There's another VN from the studio. You can go ahead.
You guys, I'm way past high school, college, whatever. But my alma mater was Holy Childhood High School.
All right.
I was looking at my GCE and CXC exam results back in the day. Yes, and I was saying, math and English are the two most important subjects that you have to pass. And I remember when I migrated from Jamaica, I was doing physics in Canada. And when I went to enroll for physics, I could not enroll unless I registered for the algebra. So sometimes you say, "Oh, I don't like maths. I don't," but you need math to do a lot of stuff, especially if you want to go into the sciences and anything in the medical field. You have to have maths to do a lot of those courses, physics, chemistry, etc. So I just want to encourage all the students, to stay the course, stick with it, and make sure you're working hard at the subjects that you want to succeed um, in your career. All right. I wish everybody all the best in their CXC exams coming up. All right. Blessings.
And
Listen,
somebody,
Campus Connection International in Honesto.
I see.
I just
I
need people to
see.
understand that we're international.
Do I'm listening, and for some reason, I guess because we've been talking about Spanish so much, Spanish teachers, it's like when I heard her say alma mater, I heard it sounding Spanish like my alma mater. But yes, big up to all the teachers, all the Spanish
That's
teachers,
right.
all the French teachers, all the modern language teachers. Big up.
All right, we have a message here. Good evening. Big up to all the teachers of Prospect Primary and Edwin Allen High in Clarendon. We also have good evening. Big up my form teacher, Mrs. McIntosh in Yorton High School. She always taught us to be kind to others. And I'm hearing that there's one more voice note.
Okay.
Studio.
Good evening, Raiderland. I just want to send shout out to some teachers, Sister Beverly Hines, Sister Valerie Clark, retired principal, Sister Sharon Clark, two Sharon Clark, Sister Karen Reese. She celebrated her birthday today. She's a teacher as well. Sister Genevieve, Sister Martley, Dr. Martley, and so many other teachers who attend the Mount Salem Open Bible Church. You are doing extraordinary job, because out of teacher we have principal, we have prime minister, we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have nurse, we have chef, we have a whole lot. Everybody come out of teacher. So blessings soon, big up on yourself, love on the Lord as always.
Facts.
True
When you really
words.
think about it, we're all a product of a teacher.
That is true now.
All of us, in some way, shape, or form, we are who we are today because of teachers.
Mhm.
We have another WhatsApp message here. Big up also to the teachers at the Portmore Community College and all the teachers of Jamaica. It's Campus Connection, and it's a pre-Teachers Day celebration. We have
Yes.
several messages coming in and voice notes, calls from different persons expressing how they feel about their teachers. But something just crossed my mind a while ago. When it comes on to teachers, there are some specific what you'd like to what I'd like to call, let's say, attributes
Yeah.
that you'd associate with certain teachers. Like
Mhm.
you don't run certain joke with that particular teacher, because
Right.
she don't play. While you have the
Mhm.
other teacher where you can run all the jokes that
Right.
you'd want to run, and it's all a good time. I remember there's this particular teacher that I had that she was a no nonsense person. Like, you
Mhm.
don't cross the line when you're in a class. When you're in her class, don't speak
Mhm.
unless you raise your hand. Like,
Mhm.
it was just like a military type of operation.
Right.
But it also taught us discipline.
Yes.
That we were able to, settle yourselves when you're in class. When it's class time, it's class time. When you're just class time.
I was I was just remembering a certain history teacher that I once knew who this teacher was like a mixture of both, Jonathan. So she would like be cool, you could be friendly, you could crack jokes, but even while you're doing that, you'd be looking on your paper like D. C minus. Like, what? We were just cool. Like, what
Aren't we
happened?
friends?
I don't
Aren't we
understand.
friends? I thought we were friends.
But she would be like, "But you didn't explain your answer." Ha 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 ha. And she kissed. I'm like, that is the word.
She laughing and she just writing that big D on the paper.
Exactly.
Wow,
But
wow.
yes, we still love all our teachers because even
Definitely.
in that it taught us something. There you'll have friends like that. You have people that they'll laugh with you, they'll waste your time, but make sure you're still doing your work because that's what's important.
That's right. That's right. We have a comment here from Shadika Hey Campbell saying the teachers out there who play the role of a parent must be recognized. I remember my teacher giving me 3 meals per day for a full term when I had problems at home. Their
Wow.
value is unmatched. Listen to me.
Mhm.
3 meals per day. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's time to take a look at what was trending last week in the social media space. This is hashtag trending. Hashtags trending from last week was pen relays.
Yes.
Sorry. So Edwin Allen won the 4x100 meter relays championship in setting a new meet record of 43.18. Kingston College won the high school boys 4x400 meter championships at the meet with the seventh fastest time in the pen relays history. Jamaica College won the 4x8 meter high school boys championship, and Edwin Allen won the 4x800 meter relay finals. So our athletes are still
Mm-hmm.
doing the most in the best
Right.
way possible.
And then our Twitter frenzy, hashtag Twitter frenzy, at Philip Rose said, walking through the pen relays and hearing non-Jamaican students say, Wagwan, the jamination continues.
At
And then,
nickel
okay,
400
Nickel.
meter. Yeah, man, go ahead.
Nickel 400M says, love to see when Jamaicans beat all these American schools at pen relays. Hash, hashtag Twitter frenzy at 1L. Boy, after watching pen relays, Jamaica really got a vice grip on track for the next decade. All right.
That's a fact. That's
All
an
right.
absolute fact. And we want to congratulate all our athletes out there blazing the track and doing their absolute best. We're looking forward to what will happen in the future. And I'm seeing a comment here from our WhatsApp. Big up also to the Sunday school teachers, because really and truly,
Oh, yeah.
and the Sabbath
Yeah.
school teachers, they are teachers,
They are
They
teachers.
have to deal with us. So big them up. Big up all the Sabbath school teachers and the
Are
Sunday
you
school
just
teachers.
you just big them up because they have to deal with you?
Yeah, because
Full stop. They have
yeah,
to deal with us.
I mean, just imagine you worked a full week and then here you have to come to church to deal
Yeah.
with children. that that is a task and a half.
And I
But it
think our
mhm.
Sunday school teachers definitely are some of the first persons to introduce us to God and to the principles of God. Many of us grow up, and long after, we can still remember some of the first stories we learned, Daniel in the lion's den, and all of these things from Sunday school. They taught us how to read the Bible, how to pray, all of
Mhm.
these things. So true, they really deserve that level of gratitude too.
That's true. And some persons after Sunday school they may never ever go back to church. And sometimes you'll hear even older people they talk and they will say they remember this that they learned from Sunday school or from Sabbath school.
Hmm.
So Sabbath school and Sunday school teachers, you're really planting seeds, and don't
Yes.
take it for granted in what you are doing. So keep on keeping on, even in
Yes.
this dark world. Right? All
Oh
right. So
Lord,
this
help
is how
us.
we put a wrap on this week's episode of Campus Connection. Want to say thank you for making it Love 101, your station of choice. Thanks to our student partner for the month of May, Nastasia Ellis, who will continue to share the news for us this month.
Tony K. Bromfield, producer, and Timoy Butler, or technical support. Thank you so much. We also want to say thanks to Kirk Campbell for his input in Creative Block. To you, our listeners, of course, we can't forget all of you. You are so engaging, all the comments, all of the feedback, all the voice notes, all the call-ins. Thank you so much for making this the number one gospel station.
So tomorrow is Teacher's Day, so ensure you take a gift or card to school for your teacher just to show how much you honor and appreciate him or her or even them. Until next week, stay safe, stay masked, sanitized, and stay in school. I am Jonathan Fletcher.
And I'm Anesta Samuels. See you next week.